everyone to the big question that we are asking today on the Property Show. Are we staring at a big slowdown in real estate? And are prices bound to correct whether developers like it or not? We're going to focus on that today. There are some critical data points which make us worry enough to get to that answer with our special panel. Let's take, for example, the National Housing Bank Residex data, which points to a slower rise in the trend line of prices in the latest quarter, which is January to March 2013 in India's top 4 cities. In fact, it shows that a market like Chennai has displayed a strong trend of price correction even in some areas. See this report by Jude Sanith.
You could call them the Ivy League of Chennai Realty. The big budget micro markets of Adyar, Mylapore, Ananagar and now even Velachery have all been an intricate part of the city's booming realty industry. But if the Residex figures of the National Housing Bank are to be believed, these dream localities could soon lose a bit of their sheen. Chennai's Residex readings have always been on an upward curve since the inception of the mechanism in 2007. That is until the last quarter of 2012-2013 indicated a slight dip in these figures, even as Delhi, Mumbai and Bengaluru continue to display price appreciation. Interestingly enough, the same period witnessed significant downward trends in Zone 5 and Zone 10 of Chennai's Residex graph, some of which began in the third quarter of 2011-2012. While Zone 5 includes Ananagar, Kilpauk and Nungambakam, Adyar, Velachery and Mylapore all find themselves as part of the other non-performing group. So could a slowdown in these markets be the reason for this drop in sentiment in the city's realty? If so, what are the reasons for these big micro markets to have performed slightly below par in the last few quarters?
If you look at number of transactions, it has come down everywhere, whether it is city or whether it is outside the city. So there is going to be a gap. If this paralysis continues for some more time, it will have to get reflected in the sale prices. When the sales are good, the buoyancy is there, so people keep on increasing the prices. The same happens reverse. So now for the last couple of quarters, people have waited to see whether they are able to get the better prices. If the better prices have not come, there is a desperate need, so they will have to cut prices and sell. So that is the mantra, to cut prices and sell.
So in a big budget micro market that could be en route to a reality check, the temptation to slash prices might weigh heavily on the developer. But some still feel that certain economic factors point towards price correction being an unlikely prospect for the moment.
There is a slowdown, but a slowdown does not necessarily mean the prices would really correct. There has been a slowdown in sales, but not in the prices. We must also look at it from the developer's point of view, where his land cost and his other costs that come in is at a point where he has to sell at these prices to make a decent profit to run his show.
But what most experts tend to overlook is that given the kind of sentiment in the market today, there's one economic factor that just doesn't seem in a hurry. And that's the price of Chennai's staggeringly expensive land parcels.
See, the land price in the last 3 years have gone so much that the end price have become so high. See, if you look at the city properties, out of 100 rupees, 75 to 80 rupees is going to the land. So that land price is not in our builder's control. It is in the market driven, it is going up every passing month. So now that will have an impact. So from now on, I don't expect the land price to go up.
For a market that braved the throes of recession and even prided itself on its end-user driven formula, Chennai's real estate has begun waking up to the changing economic climate of today. Now, the more interesting outcome of this trend is simply the fact that it's the city's trump cards of realty that have really begun feeling the heat. But does a slowdown necessarily mean price correction? And do high mortgage rates ever stand the chance of seeing a drop in the near future? These are questions that are well and truly open to debate. In Chennai, with Edwin and Ravi, Jude Sanith for NDTV.
All right, we're going to get to the bottom of some of those numbers and the larger economic data that is getting flashed around all of us, which obviously is a little bit scary right now. With my panel today, Vineet K. Singh, business head, 99acres.com, Ashwini Kumar, ED and CEO, Nitesh Estates Limited from the Bangalore studio, and of course, the man who's got all the data, all the numbers to prove or disprove all the data that we'll be talking about. That's Gaurav Pandey, Head of Research, Prop Equity. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining in. So we saw the Chennai data, some of the key micro markets, what was considered to be the Ivy League of Chennai, like Adyar, etc., are slowing down. So Ashwini, I'm going to come to you first. Is this just a beginning of what we could probably be in for a long innings of price correction or slowdown?
Well, I would like to speak specifically about the Bangalore market. Even if I look at the NHB data, year on year, if I look at, there is an overall increase of 18.4% in the index. So as far as Bangalore is concerned, it's some of the characteristics of this market is like this. The market is largely driven by end user demand. Since it is driven by end user demand, and therefore the speculative forces are not as much. This is number one. Number two, if you look at even the price points are fairly realistic. It does not allow the developer to reduce the price very significantly, and he has very little choice but to transfer any cost increase which happens in the inputs onto the consumer. So these are the two important issues, the two important factors when it comes to the Bangalore market. And therefore, if the demand is holding, if the absorption is happening, then you will see that the price points will continue to go up.
All right, fair enough. So I do have some data, which is prop equity data on the Bangalore market. There is one market which has been actually been disappointing over the last 2 or 3 quarters. You've seen price drops here, which is only one market, I though must say, Jalahalli. Is that it? Negative trends there. But if I look at Whitefield, Sarjapur Road, Hebbal, JP Nagar, it seems to be that price rise has got muted, which essentially means that the trend line is flattening out. Gaurav?
Correct.
Is that what the data is pointing out to?
See, the way I see Bangalore market, of all the most number of cities that we talk about, I think I agree with what he said. It's being an end user market. Developers are very real in terms of their pricing strategy, also managing inventories. So consider this, Bangalore in Q1, when they realized that, markets will see muted growth, what did they do? They stopped new launches. So just to give you some data points, the new launches in Bangalore dropped by 58% in Q1 of this year, vis-a-vis what it was, say, the same time period last year, which clearly indicates that, end user markets with developers who have, sizable control of the market, being local and regional developers, they really understand the market, and they manage demand supply to ensure that price correction or a free fall does not happen. So that's what's going in favor. Jalahalli as a micro market, so put it this way, anything which is in the periphery, in any slowdown market, if you have something which is very distant, does not have a real employment opportunity at the moment, are the first ones to take a hit.